With the election of Donald Trump, anti-abortion Republicans are cheering, and abortion rights Democrats are fretting over the possibility that Roe v. Wade, the landmark Supreme Court case legalizing abortion, could be overturned. But lost in the commotion is a simple fact. Reversing set law is a difficult thing to do, and even if it could be done, it won't be imminent. Here are the steps those hoping to overturn Roe v. Wade would need to go through. Assuming that Trump's choice to fill Justice Antonin Scalia's vacant chair was against abortion, that would still leave the court in the same place it was before Scalia's death, with 5 justices who have upheld the 1973 ruling. If Roe is to be overturned, it would be because one of the abortion rights judges has vacated their seat. Even then, justices can't just re-rule on Roe. They would need to hear a case that would call it into question. And getting to that point in the first place is no small feat. Major abortion decisions have typically come from lawsuits challenging restrictions on the procedure. Opponents of abortion would have to find a way to get a case heard in the courts that raises questions about the core holding of Roe v. Wade, that the 14th Amendment, through what is known as the Due Process Clause, protects a woman's right to an abortion. In any case, before the right to abortion ever gets to the Supreme Court and becomes one of the 1% of cases it hears, it would first have to go through the district courts and then the Court of Appeals, and that can take years. So in order for President-elect Trump to overturn Roe v. Wade, in 4 years he would need an additional justice to vacate the bench, have the Senate confirm his nominee, and then have an abortion case make its way to the Supreme Court. It's possible, but a time crunch in one term. So what if Roe v. Wade is overturned?
If it ever were overturned, it would go back to the states.
Trump is right on this. The verdict wouldn't render abortion illegal across the board. It would just leave it up to the states to decide. Many states already have very restrictive laws on abortion, like minimum waiting periods, late-term bans, and strong restrictions on abortion providers. Those states would likely continue or enhance their restrictions, or outlaw it altogether.